Okay, boys and girls, tonight's homework is comparing fractions. And in order to compare fractions, um, basically with comparing fractions, you're looking to see which fraction is greater and which one's less. So if we look at fractions that have the same denominator, this is really simple to do. All you do is look at the numerator, and the fraction that has the greater numerator is the greator fraction. So that's what the alligator is going to eat. Okay. Now, if we have a problem where the denominators are not the same, then what we have to do is we need to make these fractions equivalent. And the way that we do that is, first of all, we have to find a common denominator. Now, there's a few ways you can find the common denominator. First of all, one way is by using your multiplication chart. Now, if we look at our current denominators, we have a 2 and we have a 3. So we would go to our multiplication chart, and we're going to look at the 2's and the 3's sections, and we're going to slide across till we find one that they have that's the same. So the 2's column does not have a 3 in it, so we're going to keep going. Now we'll go to 6. The 2's column does have a 6 in it, so that would be a common factor or a common denominator. So let's go back, and 6 will be our common denominator. Now sometimes you can just multiply these two original denominators together, and that will give you a common denominator every time, but sometimes it's easier to go to that multiplication chart, and that will help you find it as well. Now the next step is we know what both of the denominators are in these two equivalent fractions. Now we need to figure out what the numerators are. We know the top numerator is 1, but we don't know what the numerator is going to be in the bottom number, the bottom fraction. So what we have to do is we have to kind of create a road here. I'm going to create my road, and I know in order for my bottom denominator in the first fraction to become a 6, to change from 2 to 6, I have to multiply it. 2 times 3 equals 6. Okay? Well, guess what? In order to get from this fraction to the bottom fraction, both these numbers have to travel down the same road. So if the 2 traveled down the times 3 road, well, then the 1's going to have to travel down the times 3 road as well. So 1 times 3 equals 3. So 1/2 is equivalent to 3/6. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We are going to figure out what road this 3 had to travel to get to a 6. And, well, 3 times 2 is 6. So the road's got to be a times 2 road. And remember, both the numerator and the denominator in the top fraction have to travel down the same road. They have to be multiplied by the same number. So since 3 times 2 is 6, then 1's going to go down this same road, and we're going to multiply that 1 by 2, and that will give us a 2 because 1 times 2 is 2. So now 1/3 is equivalent to 2/6, and we can very easily look at these two fractions and know that 3/6 is greater than 2/6. Okay? Go ahead and do the rest of these problems the same way. Yes, there will be some of them where the denominator will be the same. That will be super easy. Obviously, this one is equal. But do your best on this, and good luck, and I will see you tomorrow.